Oh, I didn't realize someone already bought this place, the woman said, stepping outside with a curious smile. Marcus had just moved into the neighborhood. He was mid-move, arms full of boxes, truck half emptied, sweat lining his brow. But when he heard the voice, he turned with a friendly grin. Yeah, Marcus said, balancing the box in his arms. Just last week. The woman, blonde and maybe mid-50s, stood across her driveway with a wide-eyed expression that didn't quite match her smile. Are the owners inside? She asked casually. Marcus chuckled, gently setting the box down. That'd be me, he replied, still smiling. She laughed, not out of joy, but disbelief. A sharp, sarcastic laugh. You wish you were the owner, she scoffed. No offense, but I mean, how could someone like you afford a neighborhood this expensive? Before we go on, where are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments. And if you believe in treating people with respect, no matter their skin color, hit that like and subscribe for more from Story Arc. Before Marcus could respond, a white man walked out of the house, hauling another box. Oh, you must be the owner, she said quickly, perking up. I'm Karen, your neighbor. The man paused. Nah, just helping my guy here offload his stuff from the truck. He gave Marcus a quick salute. All done, boss. Marcus handed him a tip. Appreciate it. Karen blinked. Wait, you're the owner? Marcus turned back to her. Things aren't always what they seem. Trying to mask her embarrassment, Karen gave a strained smile. Oh, so you're just renting, right? But Marcus didn't answer this time. He just turned and walked inside, box in hand. Have you ever had someone decide who you are before even knowing your name? Back inside her house, Karen carefully placed a small box, a watch case, on the table. She told her son she needed to head back to work, then quickly stepped out. But moments later, stepping back in, she froze and screamed. Marcus was standing in her living room. What are you doing in my house? She shrieked. Whoa, whoa, sorry, Marcus said. Hands up. I just came to borrow. Help! Somebody help! Her son popped up from under the kitchen unit, holding a jar. Mom, calm down. He just came for this. Marcus nodded. Couldn't find mine. Still unpacking. My friends are coming over to celebrate. Hope you don't mind. He gave a polite smile and stepped out, leaving the door open behind him. Karen turned sharply to her son. How could you let him inside? What if he's a criminal? You know people like that can't be trusted. Her son frowned. That's not a cool thing to say. The only thing not cool here is letting a potential home invader walk through our house like it's his, Karen snapped. I'm serious. These types are always up to something. Meanwhile, Marcus returned to his home. He had two friends over, just two. The music was soft, nothing louder than a casual conversation. They sat on the couch, chatting, sipping drinks, and unwinding. Nothing rowdy, no shouting, no disrespect. But across the street, Karen was in full meltdown mode. Peeking from behind her curtains, she clenched her jaw. You see what we get, she muttered, pacing. Let thugs run around our neighborhood blasting ghetto music. I'm going to put a stop to this. She stormed out of her house, marched across the lawn, and banged on Marcus's door like it owed her money. Marcus opened with the same calm smile. Hey, Karen. Everything okay? What the heck is going on over here? She exploded. You can't do this. Not in this neighborhood. Marcus blinked. I'm sorry? Do what, exactly? This gang member block party. I knew the second people like you moved in, it would be trouble. People like me? Marcus asked, his voice cooling. Thugs and criminals, she snapped. You think we're just going to sit back and let you destroy this neighborhood? What would you do if someone looked you in the face and said you didn't belong, just because of your skin? Marcus's smile dropped. You're way out of line, Karen. Oh, please, she hissed. I have eyes. I know a criminal when I see one. Marcus took a breath. It's time for you to leave. But Karen was already storming off to call the police. Karen stormed back into her house, fuming. She snatched her phone from the kitchen counter and dialed 911 without hesitation. Yes, I need police immediately, she snapped. My neighbors are having a raging party and keeping the entire neighborhood up with their loud gangster music. I need someone to come put a stop to this now. 15 minutes later, two police officers showed up and knocked firmly on Marcus's door. Marcus opened it calmly. Evening, officers. Everything okay? Before they could respond, Karen burst out of her house like she'd been waiting to pounce. Oh, officers, thank goodness you're here, she exclaimed, pointing toward Marcus. These thugs have been partying all night, blasting their ghetto music. I realize they probably don't have jobs, but some of us have to be up early for work. Marcus raised an eyebrow but didn't say a word yet. The officers turned to him. Sir, is this your residence? Before Marcus could respond, Karen interrupted again. He's not the homeowner. He's just renting. I'll be calling the actual homeowner, and trust me, he's going to be furious when he hears about this mess. The officers exchanged glances. So he's not the homeowner? One asked. Karen pointed again, voice growing louder. He's a thief. He stole my watch. I saw it on his wrist. He was inside my house earlier. He must have taken it then. He can't afford a watch like that. I mean, look at him. The officer glanced at Marcus. Sir, is that your watch? Marcus nodded calmly. Of course. Give me 1 second. I'll clear this all up. He turned and walked back inside. Karen scoffed. Okay, this is ridiculous. Why are you even humoring him? One of the officers raised a hand. Ma'am, please. We're handling this. I'm telling you, these people are rotten, she insisted. He stole it. I don't have proof, but I know it. They're thugs, all of them. Have you ever had someone try to destroy your reputation without a shred of proof? Moments later, Marcus returned holding a folder. No one stole your watch, he said. I tried to be cool, but all you've done since we met is stereotype me and make racist assumptions. Racist? She gasped. I'm not a racist. Marcus didn't flinch. Yes, you are. First, you said people like me couldn't even afford to live here, but as this deed shows, I do own this house. In fact, he pulled out the paper. I paid for it in cash. Karen's eyes narrowed. There it is. Only a drug dealer or a criminal would carry cash like that. But Marcus didn't even blink. I mentioned earlier that I like watches, he continued. That's because I'm a jeweler. I own 5 of the largest jewelry stores in the state. The officers looked over the documents carefully. Everything checked out. One of them nodded. Well, congratulations, sir. That's impressive. Karen stepped forward in disbelief. Officers, are you seriously falling for these ridiculous lies? Just then, her son walked outside from Marcus' house. As he stepped into the porch light, the room fell quiet. On his wrist, the watch. Karen froze. Wait! Why are you wearing your father's watch? The officer pointed. Is that the watch you claimed he stole? Karen's face went pale. I guess that clears up the mystery, the officer said, turning back to Marcus. Have a good night, sir. Karen's mouth opened and closed, like she wanted to speak, but no words came out. Finally, she stepped forward, voice trembling. I don't even know where to begin. How to apologize to you. All of you. I was wrong. Wrong to assume you stole my watch. Wrong about everything I said. I'm sorry. Marcus looked at her calmly. It happens all the time. It's just the world we live in. But hopefully it's taught you a lesson. Karen nodded quickly. Oh, it did. It really did. I realize now, things aren't always what they seem. I hope you can forgive me. Marcus looked at her. Sure. He stepped back into his house, closing the door softly behind him. Sometimes, people need to be reminded that respect isn't earned through fear. It's earned through truth, character, and patience. If this story moved you, share it. And don't forget to subscribe to Story Arc for more real moments that challenge prejudice, one story at a time.